Hi there, this is Maya from Inspired Life, and I would like to welcome you to March Numerology Forecast. So let's get to it. If you're new here, I'm Maya from Inspired Life, and I share on this channel personal development tips, meditations, monthly numerology forecasts, and some personal vlogs to inspire you to live your best life. So if you're new here, thank you so much for showing up. If you'd like to get notified when I upload the next video, make sure to subscribe below. So February passed really quickly, and here we are in March. I hope you had a good month, and I hope that the tips from last month's forecast helped you in some way. Please do let me know in the comments below. Right, so February flew by, and it was a month of intense manifestation, so I hope you got your manifestations right. I personally started a brand new challenge, a 21-day scripting challenge, and it's super exciting, and we just kicked it off on 22nd of February, and it's all about manifesting your ideal lifestyle. So in case you'd like to check that out too, I'll link it in the description below. You can still join us because it's ongoing. Right, so what is March all about? Last month was number 8, so this month is number 9, and we are approaching the end of a cycle. So you might feel this is a good time to leave some things behind, certain situations. That can be many things, and it will become obvious in March in case you have no idea what that could be. This month is going to introduce major life changes, so something that can shift your life in a different direction, a better direction in the long run. So think about your goals for next 8 to 9 months at least. Whatever doesn't resonate with that is what needs to go pretty much. So here are my 5 tips for this month. Number 1, review your life. This is something that we did in the life design workshop in February. Actually, I will link that one as well below so you can check it out. It's important to kind of look back and see where you are in this moment. Are you where you want to be, or is something missing? So really honestly evaluate your life. What has been going on so far in your career? Are you where you want to be? In your love life, your money situation, health, all of the segments in your life, what is in balance and what isn't. And remember, this year is all about finding that balance. So if that's something that is missing, it might be a good idea to really take a look at where you are right now and what could be shifted. I really suggest you check out that workshop. I pre-recorded it so you can access it. It's around 30 minutes long, but it will take you more or less an hour to do it. And we do exactly that. I give you the tools and techniques to help you review your life and how you can shift from that situation if it's not where you want to be. And if you are where you want to be, amazing. That's perfect. But if you're not, then you can see how you can shift that around. Tip number 2, let go of all that is no longer serving you, all that doesn't vibe with your big goals. Again, think of long-term goals and where you want to be by the end of this year. All that is not supporting that vision has got to go. So it's really not a good time to ignore, procrastinate, and pretend that everything's okay. If there's something missing, it's important to adjust it. So once you clear that space, then new things can come in. And this can actually be many things. It can be quitting your job, changing your business, changing your career. It can be leaving a toxic relationship. It can be quitting a bad habit, moving house. If you are freaking out about letting things go because you fear the change, you fear the unknown, just remember, every ending is a new beginning. So as you let go all of the things that are not really working for you anymore, just imagine all of the good things that you actually want can come in. You are providing space for that to come. So just think about what that is and lovingly let it go. Actually, you might not even have a choice. Number 9 is like the Tower of Babylon in Tarot, which means universe kind of kicks you in the butt and it's unavoidable. So whether you like it or not, probably some things will shift so you can let it go. It will be very, very obvious. So these are not things that you need to read into. You will not be able to ignore. And if you do ignore, if you do not let go, you are kind of risking taking it into the following months. Why drag it on when it doesn't really serve you any purpose, right? So just think about it, observe what happens, and don't be afraid. It's all good. It leads to better things. Tip number 3, this is a good time to finish a project. So it can be something that took a while to prepare, that will be finished in March. It can be something that you've been procrastinating on, and you will feel more ready to complete this project in March, as it will feel a little easier. As I said, number 9 is the end of the cycle, so it brings us to closure, to completion, and it's just a good time to wrap things up, all the things that need to be finished and presented to the world, so you can get ready for the next stage and move forward. Tip number 4, declutter your space. That means your physical space, mental space, digital space, in whatever way resonates with you. Make sure to clear some of that stuck energy. Again, we're clearing the energy because the next chapter is coming, spring is coming, all the new energy is coming, and if you are still stuck in this old energy, then it's gonna be much harder. It will drag on forever, and you really don't want that. You want to move forward and just clear some of that space, and you will feel better. It really does wonders for mental health. Whatever you can do a little bit every day, it will make a difference. And finally, it's really important to sit with your emotions. Whatever comes up, don't ignore it. Really process these emotions. I will tell you from my personal experience, being a highly sensitive person, it really wasn't easy to process all of the information and emotions that were coming through as an empath as well. It's been quite overwhelming, and what I used to do was hold everything in, and that would result with massive breakdowns. Literally, I would start crying and I wouldn't be able to stop. It was really intense, and ever since I learned to let it go little by little, and every time I feel something arise, I just let it be and embrace it and sit with it and do EFT or journaling, or I work through it with a coach, and it really does feel better. And when you learn to process and let go little by little, it really does get easier, because it doesn't become this huge overwhelm where it feels so big that you cannot handle it. Well, sometimes you have to break down completely before you can get to that nice space. That's what happened to me, actually. So really to fall apart, and then after, it really does get easier. So if you feel like you want to fall apart, that's okay. You know, it's really normal to feel overwhelmed and feel like you want to fall apart. Just don't think of it as something that is bad. Sometimes it is necessary to move forward, because then you feel much lighter and it really never gets so bad after. So just giving yourself permission to be as you are, with all of the emotions, all of the things that you're feeling. Process them, talk to a professional, therapist or a coach, do some EFT, do journaling, do NLP, or simply have a heart-to-heart conversation with a non-judgmental friend, someone who will really sit with you and just listen and hold space for you. It's really amazing how easier it gets after, so don't hold it in. It gets better. It just takes time to process it, and that's okay. It's perfectly normal. You're not alone in this. I'm sure that many people will resonate with this, especially if you're an empath or a highly sensitive person. You're in the same boat, so it can be a little crazy. So that's it for March. It's gonna be a little bit I won't say intense, because it's very individual, depends where you are in your personal cycle. This is the general vibe. It will be a sense of endings, completion, decluttering, letting go, and preparing for the next stage of life, which is coming up soon in spring, almost there. So yeah, it will be much easier soon, but it is important to go through this kind of work, because once you do that, you have a bigger chance to move forward with ease. And if you don't do this work, it will just be harder. Remember, what you resist persists. So what you don't want in your life, you kind of need to face it. So stay strong, hang in there. I will link one practice that I recommend for this month here in the eye, so you can check it out. And please tell me what are your intentions for this month in the comments below. Thanks again for being here, and I'll see you guys next time. Namaste.